Hello, welcome back. I'm your host and narrator, Pedro. The music that you're hearing in the background, the name, the artist, and the website can be found on the description below. Now let's move on to the transactions worksheet. Here you still have your symbols, your house portfolio one, your bank transfer disclaimer, and you would only enter data into the blue columns. You have your date, action, which is buy, sell, coin deposit, coin deduction, selling unique number, which is the same number that you would give it to unique ID number for here when you buy, family or friends, exchanges that you put in your master control right here, coin support token, price that you buy or sold into it, how much it cost, quantity now bought or sold using into it, so whether you pay with the currency that you have based on your native currency selector, or if you use Ethereum, BTC, or Binance to buy that token or coin. Any fees, this just factors in cost of the token, not counting the fee. This one, price for average calculation, this one factors in the fee. Comments, any type of description, so you can put whatever you have on your master control, or you can type it in. And then these ones is just general data that gives you when you sell, transactions when you sell. So let's begin with a simple one. So we're gonna put today's date, action. Now as soon as you put something in here, it grays out for you what you don't need to put in there, and it picks the first one, picks your name, and it picks the first exchange that you would have right here in exchange. So in this case, we'll give it starting with 2 because this one top row is already 1, so we give 2. Symbol, we're gonna buy ETH. Say it cost us 1,000 to buy. Quantity, we bought 5. We bought using regular USD, so our native currency. It cost us $10 to buy into it. So like I said, it takes in quantity $5,000. With the fee, it's gonna calculate just simple math for this worksheet, and it's gonna show 510 right there. Now remember, this worksheet you cannot sort of any kind, but you can filter once you have data in there if you need to. I would not recommend cutting or deleting or inserting any additional rows because there's 10,000 rows already with formulas built in, so there's no need for any of that. You can, make the rows bigger if you want. However, if it doesn't work for you, you can adjust the columns. Now, for this one, since this one is factoring the fee right now, for us to get our money back, 5,000 back, we have to set it for about $1,000 or so. So if we go back to the home right there, it's gonna do the calculations for all the sheets correlated to the profile. Oh, wrong one. So since we have 5 for a quantity of 1,000 each, it's telling us we need to settle for 1,000 too, just to get our money back. In this case, since the current price is about 1,569, we are up in the green, $56, and realized value is about $2,800. Let's not factor in the 35% that we put into it. Later on, I'll show you where that is taken out of. But for now, As you can see, this shows us a portfolio. We go back and let's do another entry real quick. So we're just gonna drag and drop just to make this quicker. Now instead of buying Ethereum, we're gonna buy something called Cow. That one's gonna cost us 50 cents. And let's just say we bought 5. But instead of using the dollar, we're gonna use Ethereum that we already have, because it's a new entry. And it's gonna cost us $1 for a fee. And this is where you have to change this one. This is the only time you input data when you're bought or using or sold into is not your local currency, which is the first one. So if it's ETH, BTC, Bitcoin, or BNC, Binance, you have to program it. So this, for simplicity's sake, let's say it cost us 0.01 Ethereum to buy these two. And then for the fee, let's say it cost us 0.01. So in reality, total cost us 0.02 Ethereum just to buy this two, which in total is valued at 3.5 cents. Now, you're not going to be able to enter. Now, you can still enter numbers in there, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just undo. Because this is to show you what the formula is, just in case you delete it. You only input data in the blue columns. Now let's go back to the portfolio real quick. And since it costs us 0.02 ETH, it's going to deduct it from this one, even though it's a different unique number. So go back. Instead of having 5 Ethereum on the portfolio, we should have about 4.985. But our average price is not going to change, even though we deducted the Ethereum. It's doing all the calculations for portfolio right now. As you can see, my computer is a bit slower because I'm also doing the recording, and it's a MacBook 2015. Once it is done, you'll see your portfolio. Oh, it's calculating more threads. Yep, 4.985 Ethereum that we have left because it took 0.02 away. The average cost price did not change either, even though we deducted it. What? And then, as you can see, we have Cow. It's a new one, number 3. It's in there. And right now the current price is 13 cents, so we're down 81 cents because averagely it cost us, counting the fee, 70 cents, because it's also factoring in the $1. Normally it costs us 50 cents to get 5, but in order for us to get our money back, our $13 or $2 or $3.50, we need to set it at minimum 70 cents to get our money back. Now let me pause this for a bit and speed this up process into new data. Alright, now we're back. Now as you can see, I have more data inputted, and when you choose either a buy, sell, coin deposit, coin deduction, your boxes are grayed out. You can still input data into these, but it's not going to calculate, and I wouldn't recommend it. This one, it only calculates this portion, so it'll be okay. Let's start from the top, and since we're selling here number 2 Ethereum, we go over here and it's taking this number. Now it's getting the average purchase price from your home screen, your portfolio, which is taken from there, as you can see. And in this case, when I sold it, number 2 Ethereum, for me, exchange, well, was cost me $5. Now the reason this one's red is because this one is subtracting it from the total. So in this case, technically it would have gotten back. On the exchange, I get back 2,400. However, you gotta factor in the $5. So technically you lost $5. So you will only get back $2,395 on the exchange because of the fee. And as you can see, since we sold it for the average from what we got it, which is about 1,000, factor in the $10 fee, and after deducted from this one, we made about $249, $250, 12% profit. Cool, awesome. And we go down, we keep buying stuff from different exchange with Kevin, Cal, 50 cents, still same USD. I could change this one, you know, do BTC, and then this will change and correlate. So this, you gotta remember, you're taking in how much you paid in BTC, which is 0.01, and the fee, which is in this case 0.01, for simplicity, and it changes. But that's a dollar value, and that's what it calculates. This will just help subtract it from your overall if you had BTC. In this case, we don't, since we have Ethereum. It's just taking 0.02 from your overall of the Ethereum, which is from here. That's why it's missing 0.02, because that's your total quantity of the asset. This is the total quantity for the unique ID for number 2. Because right here, as you can see, we have cow, 2 different cows. So since we have 2 different unique ID numbers, it records it. Moving down the list, we have another cell. So you're asking, well, I have so many transactions. Are you going to search for it? No, not necessarily. You can just go to your portfolio and look for your number 8, which will be right over here. So in this case, 8, and we sold how much in 8? We sold 10,000, because originally we bought 20 million, so we sold 10 million. And since we sold it, it did subtract it from here. See, after we sold it, for that unique number 8, we only have 10 million. And overall, total quantity of asset, we have 10 million. If somebody else owns ship, it would factor into this one. Like this one, Cal, since your name under fam is not going to show up here, but the rest of the people that you're managing is going to show. So Kevin is showing. So for you right here, Cal, overall I have 10 of the total asset, but there's 2 people that have 5 each. So as you can see, 8 ship, the $5 in red because it's subtracting it from the total cost or things. So -5 overall, we got 125 back. This one's taking from how much it cost us per the average cost basis, because this is factoring the fee, which is this one rather than this one. So what the average was from that divided by that amount, we got that's how much we had to sell it to get our money back. In reality, since we sold for a little bit more and we sold half, we made $12.50, 16% profit. And so on with the other one. When it comes to coin deposit or deduction, all you gotta do is where you're depositing to, who you're giving. In this case, I'm depositing Ethereum, whether I got this from a gift. Let's say this, it's a correction that I need to fix because under the Ethereum, for some reason, this is off from what I normally have from all the exchanges, all the assets. In this case, I could put it as a correction because under this column E, this is deposits. That's what I'm saying, it's adding on to it. In this case, we'll just say, since we're adding on, it's just a gift. Somebody gave me as a gift. And then in this case over here, for the next one, coin deduction number 4, since number 4 is what? 4 is Kevin under Cal. So what happened for Kevin? 4, we're deducting about 5 for Kevin, because if we look over here, he had to begin 10. So the reason we're deducting from Kevin, well, we could say it's because of correction, something happened, we no longer have it, or we burned it. If we burned it, regardless of what we do, regardless of what the reason, since it's a coin deduction, it's going to count it as a loss right away. because you lost the money, whether it's burned, gift away, you lost money. It's deducted from your overall portfolio. And that is all of it for your transactions. Just remember to you're gonna to never delete any rows, insert any delete columns or delete rows. Everything you have 10,000 rows to insert data in from, and it's self-populates, self-explain. You can turn off the calculation if you want to make everything go much smoother, or if you have a fast computer, leave it how it is. If you're not running micro enable, you can still do it manually and just use the calculators if you want. It's user preference. This workbook, Crypto DIY, do it yourself, is to help you make money and to keep track of your things. Just remember your next transaction, when you put it in here, it's gonna be, if it's a new one, it's new number 12. If it's another one, like this one, like I bought a coin deposit for Ethereum, I put number 2 because that's where I wanted to go with. And that concludes the video for transactions.